Okay, good morning, class. Yesterday, I explained about Vitaka. Okay? This Vitaka, this explanation is from the text. But we can find out within us. These Dhammas arises within us. We should try to identify. Okay? Colloquially, Vitaka is a thought. Everybody knows the meaning of thought. Okay? That is Vitaka. But literally, the functions of Vitaka is so interesting. Because of the nature of Dhamma is so difficult to understand. Without that contemplation, without learning, okay? Therefore, you should take a time to learn Dhamma. You should take a time to practice Dhamma. Otherwise, many technical terms are not familiar with you. So strange, maybe. But Dhamma is not so strange. Only time is so strange. Dhamma's experience, so Dhammas are not so strange. Because of these Dhammas arises within us. Don't worry about that. Slowly, gradually you will understand. But it should notice you must work hard to understand. Okay? Not easily understand. Because of even the Buddha, to find out, to discover these Dhammas is full perfection. Many eons, countless eons, Buddha practiced to have. Okay? To attain Sampanyutta Jnana, the Buddha worked hard. Like that, to understand the Dhamma, you must work hard. Only just listening is not enough. Isn't that? So must read, must learn, must discuss. Through learning, and through listening, through learning, through discussion, you can increase your knowledge. Through practicing also. Okay? But the time is very short. Life also too short. But during the short time, we have a good opportunity to listen Dhamma, to learn Dhamma. Okay? Even if you have the knowledge of Dhamma, even, for example, if you know the meanings of right understanding, right thought, that is also very good opportunity for you. Okay? Before, we never heard about it. So, we must understand what is the right understanding, what is the right thought. So yesterday I explained, I hope you understand about the Mecha Vitaka. You understand about the Mecha Vitaka? And Kama Vitaka, you know the meaning? Sensual thought. The sensual thought means a thought of sensual pleasure. Okay? Thought of enjoyment of sensual pleasure. That is Kama Vitaka. Everybody experience, I think, because every day people are searching for enjoyment of sensual pleasure. Isn't that? Yeah. So, that is not, I think it is quite familiar with you. Isn't that? Kama Vitaka is quite familiar with you, or with me also. Everybody, with everybody. Okay? Sensual thought means the thought for enjoyment of sense pleasures. Okay? Vyavada Vitaka, sometimes we are angry. Okay? We are angry over something or with other people. At that time, we are hateful. We want to kill him. We want to kill her. Such a thought is Vyavada Vitaka. That is also experience, I think. Okay? That's a Vyavada Vitaka. Then Vihita Vitaka means cruel thought. Want to torture, want to harm other beings. Some people have to torture. Some people are acid spot. they hunter, they become hunter. They hunt and shot at beings, shot at animals or birds. Okay? That is vihisa vitaka. So, the opposite of wrong thought, there are right thoughts, samma vitaka or samma sankappa. What are they? Nikkhamma vitaka, avyavada vitaka, avihisa vitaka. Okay? The meanings of nikkhamma vitaka is a thorough abnegation or renouncing. So he gave up, he abandoned sense of pleasure. So, if you have idea, oh, I must go. I want to go meditation center to follow 10 days retreat. Then you renounce your enjoyment. Isn't that? You renounce. You abandon your enjoyment. You want to contemplate the Dhamma. Such a thought is a nikkhamma vitaka. Isn't that? I must go 10 days retreat, practice meditation, following meditation course, keeping silence, practice meditation. That's a nikkhamma vitaka. Isn't that? It's a nikkhamma vitaka. So nikkhamma vitaka also quite familiar with you. I hope so. Yeah, quite familiar. It's nothing not to understand about that. Isn't that? It's very simple, very common. Very common. This nikkhamma vitaka. Avyavada vitaka. Sometimes we have within us such a thought arises. We are loving kindness to all sentient beings. All beings, may you be happy. That is avyavada vitaka. Because of, oh, I want to send loving kindness to him, greeting, Happy New Year, like Happy Christmas, like that. That is metta, you see. Isn't that? I want to send a present, Christmas present or birthday present. That is also metta. This metta is avyavada vitaka. Oh, I have idea to send my friend the Christmas present, birthday present. Today is his or her birthday. I must say her or him, happy birthday to you, like that. So that is avyavada vitaka. Isn't it? Avyavada vitaka is quite familiar with you. You must develop this one also. But you never keep your loving kindness. Sometimes you are angry with him. You never send a gift to him. You never say, because you are angry with him. So never say happy birthday to you. That is Vyavada vitaka, you see. So that is quite familiar with you, these dhammas. Avihisa vitaka, you compassion, who are suffered. Therefore, you send a present to him, supplying food. There are many people who are suffered like that, you see. 3 years ago or 5 years ago, there are Ethiopians in Africa. There are people who lack of food. They are suffered, feminine. Isn't that? So at that time, you have compassion, want to send money to support them. Isn't that? Now the people are suffering in Afghanistan like that. Some people are suffered when World Trade Center is attacked and many people are injured and killed. At that time, compassion arises within. Isn't that? Compassion. But if there is your relatives, you may have peace that there is a soka, worry about that. But you don't know these people who are in World Trade Center in 911. In 911 is America's emergency call 911. Isn't that? Emergency call is 911. World Trade Center was attacked by planes 911. 911 means September 11. Isn't that? 9th September, 11. September 11, World Trade Center was attacked, yes.
That's a practical question. So, for example, if one is confronted with a situation that the person and the strong things are really like to make rule. So, what to do with this person? If you just tell him, maybe you have to develop more inside, more karuna, more compassion, they just not listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they simply enjoy it. On the power or coming with your rule action. So how can you really reach such a person? How can you really tell people there's something which might have an effect on our real rules of this belief? What do you think?
You mean the difference of these?
No. Practically, with the person who has a very strong feelings of obviously likes to be rule, likes to be watched. How can you change or just make a good impact to a person who doesn't want to?
How to change his mind or her mind?
Yeah, so what are we
How to change means this is you see, and that is also depending on condition. Some people naturally want to torture other people. They are cruel people, evil people. Their ideas always want to kill. You see, they are now it is called evil-minded persons. They want to, in America, I think 5 months ago, there's a person who shot dead the innocent person because of their ideas, clear ideas of hatred. Maybe depending on something, the anger is arises. He can kill innocent persons also. They are innocent. Young boys, young girls, students are also shot dead. Any person appeared in front of him, he shot at. So there's a clear person, a crazy man. There's a crazy ideas. That is because there's no control, no yoniso manasikara. Yoniso manasikara is very important. Without the yoniso manasikara, it's lead to clear actions. Okay? But if he had compassion, or if he has loving kindness, he will not do like that. Okay? Because of his absence of loving kindness, he hates everybody. America and some people are crazy. Not America and all over the world. There are some people are crazy. Whoever they saw, they want to show. These are crazy people are lack of yoniso manasikara. Their mental state and thinking is abnormal. Isn't that? Abnormal mental state. They have no yoniso manasikara. Not always yoniso manasikara influence their minds. Okay? So in this world, there are many people who are abnormal, mental abnormal. That is also depending on condition. That is also depending on his circumstances, his mental state, his environment is maybe persuading him to do so. Not all people are crazy. Not the men are always crazy. But they think they are correct, they are right. But they never think I'm wrong. He thinks to do so. He has right to do so. They always think I'm right. But that is crazy. Is that? Okay? Now you understand Nikama Vitaka, Abhyavara Vitaka, Avihimsa Vitaka. Okay? There's also Vitaka also different levels, different degrees. Different level, different degrees. I know the lower levels. I explain you lower levels. Who has a compassion, who has loving kindness. This lower level. Okay? Higher levels, through samatha meditation, we must attain jhana. That is higher levels. For example, Abhyavara Vitaka. Avyavada Vitaka, higher level is by attaining the jhana stage. That is a higher level. Loving kindness is a higher level. But the lower level is not like that. Only just loving kindness to all beings. There is no one. Okay? Yes? No. No, this is a metta jhana. I explain this. This is a true samatha method. I have not explained about the jhanas also because there's so many informations to explain. Okay? But we informed only a few. Therefore, if you stay 3 years, it will be okay. If you study for 3 years, it will be okay. Because I also jumping. Because only one Dhamma is necessary to explain in detail. We must take time. But every information I explain, every topic I explain, only roughly, not in details. Okay? And therefore, you need to study more and more. The knowledge of Dhamma is like the water and the ocean. Ocean of knowledge. Can you dry the water and the ocean? You cannot dry up all oceans. Cannot empty. You cannot empty. Knowledge also so. The knowledge of the Dhamma also cannot be empty. So, Tripitaka, together with the commentary and the supplementaries, ocean of knowledge. You can get many. Now, only we have to know only one drop of water in the oceans. You should know like that. Now we are learning only one drop of water, like one drop of water. But if you taste a drop of water of ocean, you understand all are the same taste, salty taste. Isn't that? So Dhamma will be the same. But there are many interesting things in ocean. Like that, many interesting topics in Tripitaka. Okay? So let me continue another Cetasikas. You know, you familiar with the Cetasikas? Okay? What is the next one? Vichara. Okay, Vichara. Vichara, I explain only the meaning. Vichara means, translation is sustained application. Okay? Sustained application. That is the meaning. Vitaka, depending on Vitaka, okay? Depending on Vitaka, Cheta ascend on object. You understand? Depending on Vitaka, Cheta ascend on object. Depending on Vichara, Cheta become watchful the object. Watchful the object. So that is the meaning. Vitaka make Cheta ascend an object. Vichara is not too far off from object, keeping on object. Vichara keeps Cheta on object. Because of Vichara, our mind not far from object. It's watchful or not. You got it, the meaning? Do you like some of Pali? Are you afraid of Pali? No? Or you like it? Okay. Vicharo aramanam anumachati. This explanation is Vicharo Aramana. That is explanations of vichara. What is vichara perform? What is vichara's function? Vicharo Aramana Anumachati. Anu means repeatedly. Okay? Aramana, you know, object. So, translation should be like that. Vichara examines an object. Examine. Examine means carefully study object. Not far from object. Not abandon object. That is what it means. Examine. Anubhachati means examine. Okay? Examine the object. Examine the object. Vichara, examine the object. Carefully watching the object, not far from the object. So these two dhammas, Vichaka send to the mind to the object. Vichara is carefully examine the object. So different functions. So there are two functions, Vitaka's function and Vichara's function. Vitaka's functions come fast, but they arise together. That is, functions may be, dhammas never arises only one time. It's repeatedly arise. Okay? It's necessary arise many times. So, going towards Cheta, going towards the object through Vitaka. Examine the object is through Vichara. Is it clear the meaning? Another way I explain. Okay? That is Vitaka and Vichara. These Vitaka, Vichara systematically developed through the technique of Samatha method. If you develop the Vitaka systematically through technique of Samatha method, they become jhana factors. Vitakas are one of jhana factors. Vichara also one of jhana factors. In time of jhana, they are very important factors. Vitaka, Vichara. They perform as a jhana. I did not explain the 5 jhana factors before. Because I explained only Kama Vachara Chaitas, not Rupa Vachara Chaitas and Arma Vachara Chaitas. But you have the fundamental Abhidhamma. You have the copy of fundamental Abhidhamma. If you have leisure time, you can read this one. First, Kama Rupa Vachara Chaitas. You have it? You have? But I think you have no time to read books. Only you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that is the problem. Okay, don't worry about that. When you go back home, you can read it. There explain the 5 jhana factors: Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. Okay? Rolling stone gets us no more. Is it that? You are like a rolling stone. Jumping, changing. Get us no more. Rolling stone gets us no more. So much activity has no lack of it's a lack of knowledge. Isn't that? No knowledge sustained can be sustained. It's not correct? You are not agree with me? Now Rolling Stone? So, okay, don't worry about that. I'm just joking. I make you happy because this Dhamma is sometimes so dull and so dry and sometimes not like a singing song. Okay, it is so. I'm satisfied. Now you get it, the meanings of vichara. It still remain to studies, further studies. Okay, I not explain. I will not explain later. Because cannot be empty. You see, only just the knowledge, only just I explain but one phenomenon you should study according to characteristic, according to function, okay, according to manifestation, according to proximate cause. Each one. But I give you information. You can read these topics in the path of purification by Nyanamoli. German translation. Who is the author of Jnana Tilonga? Okay, you have good chance. You have good chance because it's written in German. So, but it's necessary to more explanations also. Sometimes to apply Dhamma is not so easy. To find out in daily life is not so easy. Okay? You should contemplate. You should notice ourselves and our circumstances. Otherwise, we cannot understand the Dhamma. Because Dhamma is not so far from us. Dhamma is the natures of us. Isn't that? All are the natures, human natures explained as a Dhamma. Dhamma is not Dhamma is universal. Everybody can be known Dhamma because we have our own Dhamma. Dhamma means the natural law, or the Buddha has explained. Do you know Chaita is within you? Chaitasika is also within you. Individual. Everybody has Chaitasika. But don't think Lobha is my property, not others. Not like Santa also my property, not others. He also Santa, he has also Lobha or Samosa for everybody. But they are depending on conditions. Isn't there any person who never angry in the whole life? Who is never angry? Isn't there any person? You? So, I mean the daughter has experience everybody. Okay? Like that, other dhammas also experience. But good dhamma is sometimes not experience. Only evil dhammas experience within us. Because of our circumstances, our intention, do you know this one? In Dhammavara, Mapasame, Ramati Mano. My delight in evil action. Everybody's minds are like that. My mind, including my mind. Papa means, you see, enjoyment is for pleasure, also Papa, you see. Craving, Papa, hatred Baba, delusions Baba, jealousies Baba, stinginess Baba. Okay? Baba means evil. They are not punyas. Baba will be explained as 40. Okay? 40 Babas, according to Abhidhamma, will be explained. According to Chaitas, 12. According to Chaitasika, 14. Lobados, Moha, Ahirika, Nudaba, Udacha. Okay? Yes? Yeah, this is a craving, you see. Desire for social pleasure is a craving. Craving also evil. According to Buddha's teachings, evil and good. Kusala is good. Okay? Translations, many translations, meritorious actions, demeritorious actions, wholesome, unwholesome, many translations. Therefore, I use kusala and akusala. Baba and Bonya, it's the same thing. Okay? What is, which one? Riva? B-A-B-A. Baba. B-A-B-A. So with the diacritic mouth, what is it? Ali is Baba. Oh, you want to Pali? Okay. Oh, if you like Pali, it's very good. Papa Samay Ramati. Ramati means delights. Ramati. Papa Samay Ramati Mano. Papa Samay Ramati Mano. My delight in evil. This is from Dhammavara. Dhammavara is readable, very pleasant to read. It's very interesting to read Dhammavara. You should read it, Dhammavara. But quietly, okay? Not like you read the newspapers. Not such a thing. Considering the meaning, okay? Considering the meaning seriously, you should read. Newspapers only just Papa Samay Ramadi Mano. This one teaches us. Okay? This is naturally many people's mind delight in evil. To delight in good, we must try. We must change. That is like the going up the current in the river. Going up the current in the river. It's difficult. If you use, what is it called? Row? If you row, yeah, we should not stop. If we stop, it is where it goes. Yeah, move down. So it's not so easy to go up current. Must try, must work hard. It's to get down is very easy. Naturally will go. So Baba Samay Ramati Mano. Now you understand the meanings of vichara? Okay? So that's roughly now. What is the next one? Adimauka. I'll give you the Bali's also, okay? What is the translation? Decision. Is it that? Adimauka is a decision. Translations are so many. Yanamoli's translation is resolution. Decision, resolution. The act of resolving is resolution. Where Adimauka arises, it arises decisively on the object. Okay? Decisively on the object. Its function is removing skepticism. Skepticism. Not wavering the mind, no doubt. Directly fixed on the object. That is Abhidhamma. You know skepticism? Yeah, there is a removing skepticism, it is function. Sometimes you may think towards the object. I must do, I should do, or I should not do. You cannot decide. At that time, the lack of Abhidhamma. When Abhidhamma arises, you are not like that. Decide to do something. Okay? The object. So that is Abhidhamma. The next one is Viriya. Everybody knows about Viriya, I think. Not necessary to explain about Viriya. Viriya means effort. Translations energy is better, I think. Effort is better, I think. What is your opinion? Effort? Yeah. So, Viriya. Viriya means effort. Through the Viriya, all phenomena perform their functions. Viriya, because of Viriya. There also, you should read this in Visuddhimagga, the path of purification, and the explanation of Sankhara Khanda. They are explained in detail about Viriya. Can I read out some information about Viriya? Just listen, okay? Energy is the state of one who is vigorous. Vigorous. Do you get the meaning? Vigorous. Vigorous. V-I-G-O-R-O-U-S. Vigorous. Vigorous. Sometimes it's a translation this is a Nyanamoli's translation. It's vigorous. V-I-G-O. Next time I must learn the German. Then I explain Dhamma in German language. It's better. Is it better? Or otherwise you must learn Myanmar. So you must learn Myanmar, and then I explain in Myanmar language. It's so easy, I think. Do you agree with me? Yes, better. Which is better? You learn the Myanmar Burmese language? Vigorous. Do you find out the meaning? Okay. Vigorous. That is the meaning. Virasa bhavo viriyam. Viras, vigorous. So, its characteristic is making an attempt. Making an attempt. Its characteristic is making an attempt. That is make. Okay? Its characteristic is making an attempt. Its characteristic is attempt. Usaha. Its function is to consolidate Conditioned state. Conditioned state means associated state. Sampayodadam. Associated state. Consolidate. Consolidate. Its function is to consolidate conditioned states. You got it in the meaning? Associated Dhamma. Conditioned states means associated Dhamma. Sometimes the translators use philosophical terms, or sometimes so hide these terms, not so familiar with us, okay? So it is difficult to understand. We must change these terms colloquially. Common language. There is a barrier. Language is a barrier, isn't that? So you should learn Burmese or Pali to remove the barriers of language. Isn't that? Life is too short, but we can extend. We can extend. Okay? Then this one I explain. It is manifested as a non-collapse. Non-collapse, not falling down. It is manifested as a non-collapse. You understand? Non-collapse. Its proximate cause is a sense of urgency. Urgency. A sense of urgency. I don't think it is suitable translations urgencies. He translated this word samvega. You know the word samvega? The Nero Nyanamoli is translated samvega as urgency. I think it is urgency. I think it is fear is better, but fear is not with the hatred. Fear. Samvega literally means fear. Urgency is not the meaning, you see. Not that meaning. Not samvega is not urgency, you see.
I think samvega gives the feeling of urgency.
Now, what is the meaning of urgency?
And the feeling the need to do something as soon as possible. Not as possible.
Nothing like that. Urgency means something is fried him. I explain samvega to know the meanings of samvega. Okay? There's a story, Bodhisattva. His name is Magadeva. One day, the Baba who pairs his hair and mustache, and what's it called? Baba. Yes, that Baba. He showed one of the hair become gray or become white, and remove it. Show him. At that time, he's fearful, so frightened at that time. Oh, I'm getting old. Seeing the hair, I'm getting old. So near to that, he's so fearful at that time. The whole body is sweat. That is all samvega, you see. After that, he renounced and go forth. So, samvega means not urgency, I think. Urgency is so generous, you see.
Does it mean like seeing the safety to do something?
Not only like that. Samvega means something is make or frightened. The others are effort also, you see, urgency. So generous urgency is so generous. This is depending on fear. Depending on fear. Those who are cannot remove hatred, it's maybe there's a dosa also. But samvega means, you see, ottappa. You know, ottappa is a translation, dreadness, moral dreadness. See, this ottappa is a samvega, you see. Not anger. It is also, you see, yes, the samvega is ottappa. Huh? Kusala, yeah, kusala. No, this English term is fear also. We say fear is cannot say just as only akusala. Samvega is literally means samveji, viji, paya dasanesu, paya chalanesu. According to grammar, paya means fear, you see. Chalana means shaking. Because of fear, it is shake.
So the urgency would be just a reaction to this impulse.
Yeah, urgency is the latest. Huh? But I mean only the natures of samvegas. You see, there are so many dhammas process, you see. Processes is so different. Literally, this samvega is fear, you see. Fear. Fear means mental fear. This is not hatred. Not hatred. Like ottappa. Sahottappa jnana samvego. That explanation I give it the Pali. What is samvega? Saha means together. Okay? Sahottappa jnana samvego. Samvega is mental fearness and knowledge together, and knowledge together with mental fear. For Arahant and within Buddha, it is called Dhamma Samvega. Yeah, for Buddha Jana, it's just Samvega. So, what is the Samvega? Samvega is, Jnana means knowledge. Samvega is knowledge together with ottappa. According to test. Samvega is knowledge together with mental fearness. Fear and translate according to the literal meaning. Samvega means fear. Because according to grammar, I explain samvega. You should learn Pali grammar also, okay? From Sayali Utenla explain. Samvega means Vega. This Vega is root. Vega means fear. Vaya chalanesu, fear and shaking. To have fear and shaking is Vega here. According to grammar. Okay? According to the meanings of the word I explained, samvega. So, therefore, colloquially we think fear is only dosa, not like that. Okay, fear is not. Here is ottappa also fear. Yes, ottappa also fear. Sorry? Worry? To be worried? Sometimes you see it's very difficult to have the equivalent word. Yeah? Yeah, we must use samvega as just samvega. This samvega is the proximate cause of virya. Okay? Now about virya is enough, okay? Now time is also over. Let me stop my lecture.